Gender-based violence has cost me my family. It costed me my job. It costed me my well-being. My dignity and my self-esteem came down because of GBV and SGBV.
Kulingana na kutunza familia huko kuna mambo mengi sana ambayo yanatokea ya kuhitaji pesa. Pengine hali ya ukame kama vile ambavyo tumekuwa muda mrefu bila mvua kunyesha. Sasa kama una akiba yako ya vibusi, utategemea hiyo ukauze ili ukaweze kupata chakula na watoto pia nao waweze kuenda shule, maana ni haki yao.
Tumekuwa hapa tangu 2019 mwezi wa 9. Kwangu kwenyewe mafuriko ilinitoa huko.
In Kilingile Health Center, I think we have an issue with the budgeting of reproductive health services, whereby yes, we offer the service, but now you find the knowledge gap or the ignorance in the community.
KCDF being a community foundation, we focus on providing communities with not only capacity support, but also grants that enable them to live out their desired intentions around development, also looking at how can we ensure sustainable development in Kenya. So the Giving for Change program, simply put, is focusing around how can we undertake development differently. How can we be able to ensure that any development that we are undertaking is not only addressing the key issues at the community level, also addressing social justice issues, and that we're able to really ensure communities are at the center.
So at the community level, the Giving for Change program is implemented using the community of practice model. This is a network of civil society actors at the grassroots level, and we provide a platform for learning, sharing, and documentation of best practices. So we implement Giving for Change in 6 counties in Kenya. In the first 2 years, we were implementing in 4 counties: Nairobi, Kisumu, Kakamega, and Kwale. And then in our 3rd year, we expanded to 2 more counties of Busia and Makueni. We engaged them through various strategies. One of it is through capacity building. So we offer training through the Change the Game Academy model, where we train them on local fundraising and mobilizing support. This training helps them to enhance their capacity in terms of resources and being able to also pull together support from other stakeholders to advocate for issues that are affecting the community.
We are working with community-based groups to support them to be able to understand what governance is about and to hold leaders to account for improved service delivery. We did a number of focus group discussions in our work and realized if women, youth, and persons with disability in a structured manner are given social accountability skills and taught how to use community-generated data to hold to account duty bearers, this can bring a very big difference in terms of having their voices in decision-making. Our main aim of this project is citizen improved access to services by county.
Nyalenda Young Tax is a youth CBO that was started in 2020. Our main areas are on sexual and reproductive health, gender-based violence, that is an agenda, and then we have the climate change part of it. We came into partnership with KCDF. The funding was on the project AC, that is End SGBV initiative. Mainly, we are looking on a free and a conducive environment for young women and youth. And again, we are advocating on the policies to be implemented on SGBV within Kisumu County. It was a national threat. As per previous data from the health department and the county government, we saw like the number was very high. So we are looking on how to reduce this number and make the community safe for both young and teenage girls and women.
So the title of our project is Reach Out to Give a Voice, and we are working in the 12 sub-counties in Kakamega. We realized that the budget allocation for reproductive health and family planning has been gradually decreasing from the financial year 2017 to 2022. So from the financial year 2017, the budget allocation for reproductive health and family planning was at 10 million, but it reduced gradually from 10 million to 198,287.
The community voices is very important in pushing for this allocation of budget because they are the basic consumers of these services. So they need to speak out and say what it is that they need to be taken care of.
We received a grant of 2.4 million from KCDF that was to run for a period of 1 year, and the amount helped us to add more people to the network and also developing the memorandum and also submitting them to the county assembly. So the money has helped us to reach all those people.
Tulipata mwaliko wa masomo ya local fundraising kutoka kwa KCDF. Tulipoanzisha hii project ya Basic Need for All, tukachagua kwamba sisi kama Wasamaria Farmer CBO tunalenga kutoa ufadhili wa families ama households 100, kila household ikipata mbuzi 3 na kila families 5 zikipata beberu 1. Eventually wale members wakachanga 115 goats, ambapo tulipo quantify tukaona ni 1,150,000. Mradi wote ni wa milioni 4. KCDF walichangia milioni 2 na sisi tulichangia nusu milioni 2, na tukafadhili community yetu na ikaendelea mbele.
As KCDF, our focus is on ensuring that we remove barriers that are there that make people feel that they have nothing to give. How do communities come together to put the resources that they have for them to realize that whatever they have quite a lot? So when people hear the word philanthropy, they find it a very complex term. We like to simplify it as people giving, whether it's of resources, resources including time, resources including financial and non-financial. So philanthropy, giving, is all about how can we ensure that there are strategies and policies in place in Kenya and even outside of Kenya that really do encourage giving.
So since inception, in 2021, we have been able to onboard over 35 community partners, and we are also working with 3 national partners advocating for certain policies like the gender-based violence policy, and also enhancing community participation in decision making during county development processes like the budget making processes, county community participation and public participation in the development processes within the counties.
We've partnered with KCDF to deliver on the community development policy. So we support both the county and the national government to put in policies in place that can support the government of the day to deliver on its mandate, and then also to promote participation of our members.
In the formulation of Nairobi Community Development Policy, we were called in a meeting by Nairobi County and Kara. We gave opinions on how best we can incorporate everyone and now narrow all these issues that were addressed in the policy set up with everyone.
After the meetings we had, we were able to still go into the community and still help them be aware of why it is important. We are envisioning where now the county will work with us now at a deeper level, that they can be able to come and we ask them, we need bursaries and they are available. We need counselors, they are available. That way it will make our work easier.
Kwa training tulifundishwa kuhusu social accountability na jinsi ambayo tunaweza kuwa watu ambayo wanaongea kuhusu kile ambayo government inafanya katika community ambayo pengine haiendi vizuri, na wakatuonyesha pia penye in case of anything tunaweza peleka malalamiko zetu.
For long-term purposes, we thought that by bringing the project which is called Amplifying Grassroots Voices in County Governance with the KCDF would then enable them to demand for the services that they need from the county government as well as from the national government. Because we know that the primary duty bearer in terms of service provision is the government. And that's why we would want the communities to be active participants in the process of demanding for services from the government.
The advocacy project is around bringing community to participate and hold the county government to account in development work. And we are also seeing community coming up with information and knowledge of what they want. And that is what Giving for Change is about, shifting power to ensure that it is more about the community and not what us as development partners want for the community.
So Giving for Change is premised on the principles of shifting power, whereby communities are contributing towards their own development. Communities are oversighting, whether it's local government, national government, to ensure that the money is going where it's most needed.
As a result of this project, the county has institutionalized a dialogue forum. That's one of our biggest achievements. So right now, Kisumu County is having what is called Huduma Mashinani. So through this dialogue forum, communities and citizenry are having an opportunity to engage directly.
We have been able to bring on board different aspirations of the locals so that they can be incorporated into government policies and can form part of budgeting. We had one forum in the Chiga Health Center, and out of those deliberations, there was a need to have a waiting bay, so that the clogging of patients can be reduced or can be managed somehow.
We now have the SBV review committee. Through the technical working group, we are now able to have the cases and push for the cases to be handled in a faster way, so that we don't have the cases that are taken long and then this person may feel like withdrawing.
By receiving a memorandum from the WIRISH and among, of course, other organizations, we realized that they share the vision for the vision bearer for the county government of Kakamega, who is the His Excellency the Governor. If we look at now the budget that was approved by the County Assembly, which is now the current financial year budget, of course, overall, the Department of Health Services has gotten the lion's share.
Our issues were taken into consideration, and the budget allocation for reproductive health, it has been increased from 190,000 to 1 million. So that has been our greatest achievement so far.
Sai tumefikia wafaidika 700 na tunaongeza wengine 100 kwa huu mradi wa Basic Need for All, watakuwa 800.
Na mimi nilisikia kwamba nimefurahia, nasikia hata kuendelea na kusaidia wengine ili Mungu aendelee kuniinua.
I think some of the key things that we have learned is that when you look at any particular region or context, the contexts are not the same. The challenges that are being faced are very different. For us as KCDF, the key lessons that we're learning is that it's important for people to see the bigger vision in terms of what we're trying to undertake. That then makes people put down their egos. It makes people put down also their logos to come together in the communities of practice, so that then collectively they can work for the betterment, for instance, at the county level. So for the Giving for Change program, it's a 5-year program that started in 2020. It's going to run up to 2025. We have partners that are working at the national level. We have partners who are working at the international level, and we have partners who are working in different countries across the world, right from Burkina Faso to Brazil to Palestine to work that we're doing in Ethiopia, work in Ghana, in Kenya. The focus is how can we ensure that community philanthropy is growing? How can we ensure that conversations around Shift the Power are happening? How can we ensure that even on the African continent, we are growing philanthropy?
To our partners, the KCDF, we are happy for this opportunity, and we are happy to implement this project so that we can change their life and bring an impact to the society, and also reduce these high cases of teen pregnancies and unsafe abortions in Kakamega County.
I want to thank KCDF for what they're doing with communities, not just in Kisumu County, but nationally. In Kisumu East, this has been a big step. We believe by the end of the project, this will give us, KCDF, and a community opportunity to make citizens have a bigger voice in decision making.
Tunaahidi kwamba hii proposal vile tulivyoandika itatekelezwa hivyo hivyo na itafaidi wakulima 100, na pia tunapenda kuwa na ushirika zaidi na KCDF.
We would appreciate if we got more support from KCDF and other partners to support in completing and implementation of the community development policy.
So we're inviting all those who are interested, funders, partners, organizations, individuals who really want to bring a change in how development is done to join us in taking the Giving for Change program even beyond the 5 years that we have.